Good morning, everyone. Myself is Pal Singh, Assistant Professor in Trust Law College, Greater Noida. Today is my class BLLB 4th semester, Code 403, Subject Political Science, Topic The Casteism in India. आज हम यूनिट 5 के थर्ड टॉपिक कास्टिज्म इन इंडिया पर डिस्कस करेंगे कि भारत में जातिवाद कहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ है, कितने वर्णों में डिवाइडेड है, किस प्रकार से ये हमारे सामने आता है। तो आज का जो टॉपिक है कि कास्टिज्म इन इंडिया, भारत में जातिवाद, तो इंट्रोडक्शन है। द पोस्ट इंडिपेंडेंट इंडिया while adopting her constitution put affirmative action as a part of its objective to alleviate the poverty, unemployment, and the business of the so-called untouchable SC scheduled caste and ST scheduled tribes, other backward classes, and the Adivasis. The caste eligible for this treatment were identified and included in the schedule for quota and reservation in education and employment. These castes came to be known as scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes. The other eligible caste for reservation and quotas came to be known as other backward classes. OBC. Jyotirao Phule was the first modern thinker to characterize the productive caste of India as Sudra, Sudra and Ati Sudra. Those castes other than Brahman, Kshatriya and Vaishya were called by him as Sudra. Ati Sudra is the so-called untouchables, and according to Phule, they are the ones who predate the Varni scheme, Varna Vyavastha scheme. But now many of the Sudra caste have been elevated into new Kshatriya category, hence to denote the people who still languish in the drudgery of caste system had to have a word to rally all men and women from these caste and fight for their emancipation. According to B.R. Ambedkar, the great leader B.R. Ambedkar, the great leader of the productive caste of pre and post independent India, started using the term Dalit, a concept that is rooted in Marathi language to refer to the so called lower caste people. The word Dalit means suppressed and exploited people. The concept has embraced from the people usage in Maharashtra. Dalit has come to mean think or persons who are cut, split, broken, or torn asunder, is scattered or crushed and destroyed. The term Dalit became popular after the emergence of Dalit Panthers movement in Maharashtra. Dalit is usually used to denote this scheduled caste. After the emergence of Bahujan Samaj Party in Uttar Pradesh, after the emergence of Bahujan Samaj Party in Uttar Pradesh, the use of the term Bahujan to to refer the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes and OBC other backward classes. Gained acceptance of the people and the government. This term was first used by Buddha and then by Phule. This term was first used by Buddha and then by Phule. The term Bahujan simply means majority and does not qualify the nature of the population. Hence, Dalit scholar activists like Kanchaila use the term Dalit Bahujan to refer to so-called untouchables and the other backward caste. Myth and reality about caste system in India. Myth myth and reality about caste system in India कि the orthodox view on the origin and sustenance of caste system in India relies heavily on the sacerdotal text and on the Brahmanical interpretation of the same. This originate from a monolithic understanding of caste system and consider the reality as one that continue for three minimum without any significance mutation. According to the Puran Shastra, according to the pure Shukra legend, the Brahman and Kshatriya emerged from the head and shoulders respectively or of Purusha. The primeval being, consequently, they meant high caste status. Next came the Vaishya from the things of the primeval being. The same legend goes on to say that the lovely Sudras deservedly occupy a subordinate position because they were born from Pushpa feet, the so-called untouchable who bore the brunt of this mysterious system for generations are beyond this fourfold one scheme. The dominant lay understanding and academic point of view on caste phenomenon is that a single caste hierarchy is universally acknowledged and accepted by everyone in the caste system. To believe that there is a single caste order to which all castes from Brahman to the untouchable adhere would not match the realities. The emergence of Rajput and Gujar Parihar kingdom in the medieval India and the rise of Jat from the 13th century onward, the assertion of Ijwas and later of Mahar in the modern period are the example to prove this viewpoint, but no caste other than the Brahmins adhere to this origin story and hence thereby accept their current status in the caste hierarchy. The entire so-called untouchable and other castes have their own origin table tales that are totally against the orthodox view. For example, the Kahars, a backward caste of central Bihar, claim that they are descendants of the light, the moon, which are the eyes of Pusa. This story tries to establish the superiority of Kahar over and above the Brahmins and Kshatriya by stating that they are made up of superior and finer material. In medieval India, the Bhakti movement, which was anti caste and anti Brahmasial, lasted several centuries. This could not have been possible if the Dharmanchal view of caste hierarchy was accepted by all. The present day caste wars uprising and demands for more shares in economic and political power would not have arisen in Brahmanical text, textual view were accepted. The caste system is being viewed as a rigged hierarchy based on purity and pollution, but no caste, even those placed at impure substance, no caste willingly agrees that its members are defying and charge other castes to be polluting them. A chamar leather worker believes that he or she is being pushed down the caste ladder unjustly, but at the same time condemns other so-called untouchables to lower caste status. But at the same time, every caste practices its own purity, impurity, impunity rituals. This is the story of the myth and reality about the caste system in India. This is the story of the myth and reality about the caste system in India. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट है, हम बात करेंगे एजुकेशन में रिजर्वेशन और फेलोशिप की, स्कॉलरशिप फेलोशिप के बारे में कि एजुकेशन डेवलपमेंट constitutes the major program of the government. About half of the central government spending on the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes population. The main educational problem of scheduled caste and scheduled tribes relates to low literacy rate, high drop out at primary school, and higher level low quality education and discriminations and exclusions, including the admission in educational institutions. Government educational system therefore include measures such as to improve educational infrastructure, particularly in area populated predominantly by scheduled caste. Admission in educational institutions through reservation of seats and other measures. Financial support at various levels of education, including scholarship, fellowship, national and international remedial coaching to improve quality of education and capabilities, special hotel for boys and girls, and in all these schemes special focus on girl education. In if the government is serious about keeping its promises to the Dalit, it needs to ensure that special efforts, resources, and poverty uh, it needs to ensure that special efforts, resources, and provisions are made both in relation to the mainstream program of the National Common Minimum Program, as well as with regard to the specific scheme, and invites. Similarly, while it has been making all the right noises in support of reservation legislation and private sector reservation for the Dalit, there is still a long way to go before the seeming intent is translated into practice. The need of the hour is for the government to take bold, decisive action in favor of the Dalit and marginalized marginalized communities. This is not just a several issue for the Dalit, but a matter of survival for the government itself, which was brought into power at the center on the strength of its promises to make a difference to the Dalit and margin, marginalized communities. Light communities, और इसी के साथ हम डिस्कस करेंगे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में जो आर्टिकल 244 जिसमें पार्ट 10 है, जिसमें शेड्यूल एंड ट्राइब्स एरियाज हैं। तो अकॉर्डिंग टू आर्टिकल 244, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ शेड्यूल्स एरियाज एंड ट्राइब्स एरियाज, अनुसूचित क्षेत्रों और जनजाति क्षेत्रों का प्रशासन। आर्टिकल 244 की एडमिशन ऑफ शेड्यूल एरियाज एंड ट्राइबल एरियाज, अनुसूचित क्षेत्रों और जनजाति क्षेत्रों का प्रशासन कि अकॉर्डिंग टू आर्टिकल 244 का सब क्लोज 1, द प्रोविजन ऑफ द 5th शेड्यूल शैल अप्लाई टू द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन एंड कंट्रोल ऑफ द शेड्यूल एरियाज एंड शेड्यूल ट्राइब्स इन एनी स्टेट अदर देन द स्टेट ऑफ असम, मेघालय, त्रिपुरा एंड मिजोरम। कि 5वीं अनुसूची के उपबंध असम, मेघालय, त्रिपुरा और मिजोरम राज्यों से भिन्न किसी राज्य के अनुसूचित क्षेत्रों और अनुसूचित जनजातियों के प्रशासन नियंत्रण के लिए लागू होंगे। अकॉर्डिंग टू आर्टिकल 244 का सब क्लोज 2, द प्रोविजंस ऑफ द 6th शेड्यूल शैल अप्लाई टू द एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ऑफ द ट्राइबल एरियाज इन द स्टेट ऑफ असम, मेघालय, त्रिपुरा एंड मिजोरम। 6ठी अनुसूची के उपबंध असम, मेघालय, त्रिपुरा और मिजोरम राज्यों के जनजातीय क्षेत्रों के प्रशासन के लिए लागू होंगे। आर्टिकल 244 का सब क्लोज से कि फॉर्मेशन ऑफ एन ऑटोनोमस स्टेट comprising central tribal areas in Assam and creation of local legislature of council of ministers or both therefore, कि असम के कुछ जनजातीय क्षेत्रों को समाविष्ट करने वाला एक स्वयंशासी राज्य बनाना और उसके लिए स्थानीय विधानमंडल या मंत्रिपरिषद का या दोनों का सर्जन। अकॉर्डिंग टू आर्टिकल 244 का सब क्लोज से कि नॉट विद स्टैंडिंग एनीथिंग इन दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, पार्लियामेंट may by law form within the state of Assam and autonomous state comprising whether wholly or in part all or any of the tribal areas specified in part 1 of the table appended to paragraph 20 of the 6th schedule and create therefore कि इस संविधान में किसी बात के होते हुए भी संसद विधि द्वारा असम राज्य के भीतर एक स्वशासी राज्य बना सकेगी, जिसमें 6ठी अनुसूची के पैरा 20 में से संकलन सारणी के भाग में निर्दिष्ट सभी या कोई जनजातीय क्षेत्र पूर्णतः या भागत समाविष्ट होंगे और उसके लिए A body whether elected or party nominated and party elected to function as a legislature for the autonomous state. उस स्वशासी राज्य के विधानमंडल के रूप में कार्य करने के लिए निर्वाचित या भागत नाम निर्देशित और भागत निर्वाचित निकाय का बी पॉइंट ए काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स मंत्रिपरिषद A council of ministers or both with such constitutions, powers and functions in each caste as may be specified in the law. दोनों का सृजन कर सकेगी जिनमें से प्रत्येक का गठन शक्तियाँ और कर्तव्य होंगे जो उस विधि में निर्दिष्ट किए जाएं. Second, any such law as is referred to in clause A may in particular खंड वन में निर्दिष्ट विधि A specify the matters enumerated in the state list of the concrete list with respect to which the legislature of the autonomous state shall have power to make laws for the whole or any part therefore, whether to the exclusion of the legislature of the state of Assam or otherwise. राज्य सूची या समवर्ती सूची में परगणित के विषय विनिर्दिष्ट कर सकेगी जिनके संबंध में स्वशासी राज्य के विधानमंडल को संपूर्ण स्वशासी राज्य के लिए या उसके किसी भाग के लिए विधि बनाने की शक्ति असम राज्य के विधानमंडल का प्रवर्जन करके या अन्यथा होगी. बी पॉइंट डिफाइन द मैटर्स विद रेस्पेक्ट टू विच respect to which the executive power of the autonomous state shall extend. वे विषय परिनिश्चित कर सकेगी जिन पर उस स्वशासी राज्य की कार्यपालिका शक्ति का विस्तार होगा. C. Provide that any tax levied by the state of Assam shall be assigned to the autonomous state in so far as the proceeds thereof are attributable to the autonomous state. यह उपबंध कर सकेगी कि असम राज्य द्वारा उद्गृहित कोई कर स्वशासी राज्य को वहाँ तक सौंपा जाएगा जहाँ तक उसके आगम स्वशासी राज्य से प्राप्त हुए माने जा सकते हैं. डी पॉइंट प्रोवाइड दैट एनी रेफरेंस टू ए स्टेट इन एनी आर्टिकल ऑफ दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन शैल बी कंस्ट्रक्टेड एज इंक्लूडिंग ए रेफरेंस टू द ऑटोनोमस स्टेट. डी पॉइंट यह उपबंध कर सकेगी कि संविधान के किसी अनुच्छेद में राज्य के प्रति किसी निर्देश या का यह अर्थ लगाया जाए कि उसके अंतर्गत स्वशासी राज्य के प्रति निर्देश हैं. ई पॉइंट है कि मेक सच सप्लीमेंटल इंसिडेंटल एंड कॉन्सिक्वेंटल प्रोविजंस एज मे बी डीम्ड नेसेसरी. ऐसे अनुपूरक अनुषांगिक या पारिणामिक उपबंध कर सकेगी जो आवश्यक समझे जाएं. 3 पॉइंट है कि एन अमेंडमेंट ऑफ एनी सच लॉ as aforesaid insofar as such amendment relates to any of the matters specified in subclause A or subclause B of clause 2 shall have no effect unless the amendment is passed in each house of parliament by not less than 2/3 of the members present and voting. Listen to me. पूर्वोक्त प्रकार की किसी विधि का कोई प्रशासन जहाँ तक वह संशोधन खंड के 2 के उपखंड क या उपखंड ख में निर्दिष्ट विषयों में से किसी से संबंधित है तब तक प्रभावी नहीं होगा जब तक वह संशोधन संसद के प्रत्येक सदन में उपस्थित और मत देने वाले कम से कम 2/3 सदस्यों द्वारा पारित नहीं कर दिया जाता है. 4 पॉइंट है एनी सच लॉ एज इज रेफर्ड टू इन दिस आर्टिकल शैल नॉट बी डीम्ड टू बी एन अमेंडमेंट ऑफ दिस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन फॉर द पर्पस of Article 368, notwithstanding that it contains any provisions which amends or has the effect of amending this constitution. इस अनुच्छेद में निर्दिष्ट विधि को अनुच्छेद 368 के प्रयोजनों के लिए इस संविधान का संशोधन इस बात के होते हुए भी नहीं समझा जाएगा कि उसमें कोई ऐसा अंतर्विष्ट है जो इस संविधान का संशोधन करता है या संशोधन करने का प्रभाव रखता है. इसी के साथ आज ये टॉपिक आपका समाप्त होता है. आज हमने देखा कि कास्टिज्म इन इंडिया और कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में क्या प्रोविज़न दिए गए हैं. ओके, गुड बाय.